Hey there, YouTube. I'm Jack, and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Hope you're all having a beautiful week out there. If I get distracted and take a pause, you know I've probably had a squirrel jump up on my windowsill here. I put nuts on the windowsill so the squirrels will come up and see me and entertain me. And one, I was just about to start a clip and I got distracted, caught in the headlights, so I had to stop. But yeah, they're all over the place. Today we're going to talk about how you should do basics first on a raw vegan lifestyle, and I'm also going to talk a little bit more about mixing cooked with raw, like how I do it. Guys, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, I'd really appreciate it if you'd go down and hit that subscribe button now and come back and check out some more of my content. And also, I'm gonna have a link in the description below. I've got a lot more beanies in the store right now, so I will give you a link to the beanie page. There's more designs than just this one. So look for that down below and hook a brother up for Christmas. I need a little spending money. This video today just kind of springs from all the questions I get, mostly on Instagram, some through here. There he comes again, coming up there to get him an acorn. Or that come through here or that come through Instagram. You guys should really follow me over on Instagram. Raw Tropical Living, the same thing. I'm on there all day, every day over there. But no, I get a lot of questions all the time. And I'm going to be quite honest with you. Probably 80% of the questions I get, I almost get this feel like I almost have a terror, a flashback of, oh shit, I'm taking a test and I don't know the answer, or I got to write a paper, now I got to go do research. Look, I've been doing this thing simple since the beginning. And disclaimer, full disclaimer, I want you to listen very closely because people don't have good listening comprehension anymore. I'm not telling you to do anything like me. I'm not telling you my way is the right way. Hell, I may be doing everything wrong. I'm just saying, this is me. This is how I do it. I'm not going to go do research outside of myself. So, yeah, so your mileage may vary when asking me questions about specific things. Because I don't get into the detailed stuff. Like when I start getting, well, what about like, what if you take this, does this interact with this and will you absorb and blah? And I'm like, oh my God. You know, I'm not Mr. Science or anything. I appreciate the science. I'm constantly learning about it. And, you know, I think I do a fairly healthy version of this lifestyle. But I've just been eating fruits and vegetables for the past seven and a half years now, or almost 7.5 years. And, you know, like I say, the proof for me is myself. I feel good all the time. No, I'm not some big athlete. You know, that always makes a better impression when you have somebody that does YouTube or does Instagram. That like if I would have people eating out of the palm of my hands if I'd have lost 150 pounds. I don't have a major weight loss story. I did lose weight. I don't have a major weight loss story. I'm not a 55-year-old guy running marathons or doing something extraordinary. I'm just a very healthy 55-year-old dude. You know, I can play, I can get down on the floor. I was squatting down doing something at the park yesterday, and I've noticed the state of people around here, and I'm like, you know, something I don't even think two seconds about. I can just drop into a squat, into a Hindi squat, and do stuff on the ground. Most people can't do that. I move around, I go to the gym, I can pretty much do anything I want to, but the point is I feel good all the time. And that's all the proof I need right there. I don't want to get into all the convoluted stuff. You know, when you start throwing the big terms in there, you know how much I like those words, the detox, the healing, the cleanses. When it gets a little woo-woo-y, when the words start getting a little woo-woo-y, I think, okay, maybe it's time for me to define myself to people again. I think, like I say, people see all this stuff and think I'm some kind of a mystical way out there dude, a hippie dude. And in a lot of ways I am, but I've stuck to the basics on this lifestyle. Fruit is the base. Over the past 2 or 3 months, I will tell you this, and I knew it because I go through ups and downs of periods on this. I've increased my greens a lot from what I was doing 4, 5, 6 months ago, all during the summer where I was growing mostly fruit. And I just feel even better. There's just a deep satiation that I can't really explain. You would have to feel it. But no, it's just that simple for me. What was it? I had something in mind that somebody had asked me. Oh, they wanted me, and listen, not knocking anybody. Like I say, I just kind of have to define my way of doing things and what I'm. There he comes again. He's a greedy little sucker. He's been up here 3 or 4 times. Like I get this one asked every once in a while, like, can you do a video or tell me how you shop or how much you spend per week or, you know, what you buy, what you do this or that. And there's no rhyme or reason for me. It's chaos. I seriously go to the store every single day. Every single day. There's probably here in Alabama especially. Now I did this in Costa Rica at the beach. I didn't do it so much in the mountains, but I go to the store every single day to see what's there. And I really just buy, you know, kind of day by day, maybe a couple of days ahead of time, you know, because I'm very spontaneous. So there's no, okay, well, I do this and I buy a certain amount of this and I keep this in my house. Always have a large stash of bananas. I have a big base of bananas, especially this time of the year when I'm not getting all that much. I'm getting oranges again, so I usually keep oranges around the house that I juice. And then I eat a lot of salads. I've been eating a lot of salads, so I eat a lot, you know, I usually will go through a big head of romaine every day and a bunch of kale every day because I've been doing a lot of green smoothies. But that's it, and that has been it almost since the beginning. I've gone up and down and I've evaluated things, and I'm good at going back and realizing, like, yeah, that probably wasn't the best right there. Now, I'm not against juice. I'm always going to drink juice because I like juice. But I will be the first one to admit that I probably overdid it with juice during certain periods down in Costa Rica. But then again, I was a 30-year drunk. And when you're a 30-year drunk, and I even said it down there, I'm not going to beat myself up too much for drinking too much sugarcane juice and too much orange juice, considering the amount of booze that I used to take in. No, but in being serious, though, I did realize, like, I was starting to get too wired and stuff, and that's too much juice. But I evolve, but I've kept it simple all along. When I was in Costa Rica, you know, sometimes I think it was too much fruit and not enough greens. But once again, the proof is in what's right in front of my face. Listen, go back through my videos. You've got a lot of videos you can go back through here. Even if you want to do one of the, if you go to my channel, I think you can reverse it and you could go back to the first video. Go back through first videos. The first year I'm doing videos, the second year I'm doing videos, the fourth year I'm doing videos, the fifth year, the sixth year, the seventh year. What don't you see that you see on a lot of your gurus that you are looking to do their programs and all of that? Where's my emotional breakdown? Where have you seen me having one of these sad, oh my God, I've done this, I got to go back to, I don't go back to the drawing board. I don't do all these back and forth. I don't do the emotional ups and downs. I just like plug along. I found what worked for me years ago. It has evolved, but I've just gone with it. I've never taken this all that seriously. If you haven't figured that out already, I've never taken this all that seriously. You know, I'm a good mix of, like I say, I assimilate what I read. So I read these books that I recommend. I get the gist of the nutrition, what I consider, what I believe nutritionally and what I want in my body and how I feed my body. And it's worked for me. And until I see something that says, okay, this ain't working for you, I won't hide my head in the sand. Like if I start feeling bad or having problems, you know, I'll adjust. But I feel good. But what I'm going to get at is, this is kind of just a rambling. I'm sorry about that. I'm just kind of rambling today. But before you ask all these convoluted questions, before you want to get down to, okay, well, am I absorbing this if I eat this? And oh, I heard somebody said, and it's something very advanced. Get the basics down first. Even if you're not doing the lifestyle right, you're not going to die. If you're new to this lifestyle, even if you were to do shit wrong for a year or two, you're not going to die. People live going through the drive-through at Taco Bell and McDonald's. They do this for years and years and years. They don't die, so you're not going to die. So don't get so excited about it. Don't be like, oh my God, if I don't do everything right, I'm going to ruin my health. Figure it out as you go, but get the basics down before you start, okay, I got to go cleanse and do this, and I'm going to do the 48-day juice feast and fast. Just learn how to eat fruits and vegetables. Learn how to make a few recipes, but get the basics down before you get so out there with this kind of thing. Now, the second part, talking about, I just want to talk a little bit more because I'm kind of in a new groove with that too. How I'm mixing cooked food with raw food these days. And I found out, I think this is the way for me. For me, once again, for me. Did you hear that? Let me say one more time. For me. The best way for me when I'm eating cooked food. And that is, I've mentioned this in the past, and I have done this in the past, but it's pretty much all I do now. I make my big salads, and when I am eating cooked, I generally just dump a little bit of cooked food right in with the salad. Most of the time, it's either Brussels sprouts or zucchini or broccoli. Every once in a while, I'll do some potatoes in there, or I'll do some yuca. But I've found that is just really that sweet spot. And for me, like I say, it's just keeping the calories up, just sometimes because I want it. Well, why are you eating that? Because I want to. I'm almost like I'm kind of like a self-indulgent child. If I want something, I do it, within reason. But I've found that there's no confusing the stomach. Now, like I say, when I go to Pensacola, I'll eat cooked food at that restaurant down there. In fact, last week I had a barbecue jackfruit sandwich. Doesn't bother. I mean, it's not like I go, oh my God, I feel terrible. But it doesn't leave me feeling, the same as when I eat raw food. But when I'm eating my raw food here and I just mix a little bit of cooked food in there, having all that high water content with the lettuce and with any other vegetables I might have in there, it just makes that cooked food, it digests so well. A lot of it, like I say, has to do with hydration. And if you heard that, with the Brussels sprouts, well, especially with the non-potato, like not the potato and the yuca, but like the Brussels sprouts, the broccoli, the blah, 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 squash. They're not drying to your body like a lot of cooked food is. So I find by adding it and having that salad or the raw food with it in a big dose like that, because I'm eating my normal size salad, I'm just adding a little cooked food on top of it like that. Working like a charm for me. I feel great. I'm going to the gym about 4 days a week these days. I feel good, getting my strength back. My weight's come up this year. I'm about 165, 167, 168, somewhere like that. And I just feel good. Like I say, for me, I just feel like I'm on the right track as long as I keep going up. Even, you're not making the same jumps, like we make a lot more improvements in the beginning than we do down the line. But as long as I'm keeping going forward and keep feeling better and keep feeling like I'm improving, at this age, which is crucial for me, 55, where I'm getting older and older, that's all I need. I'm not changing anything. So anyhow, sorry for leading you guys on just kind of a rambling vid today. I just kind of felt like connecting, talking with you, and yeah. Hope you enjoyed it. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you again this weekend. Peace.